Hello, my name is Richard Schneider. I'm founder of Antennas Direct, and we're driving around the country to see how many channels we can get in every city. Now, there's 210 television markets. We are now, today, in downtown Hannibal, Missouri, number 175. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a channel scan in every city, and we're going to see how many channels we can get. So we've brought 3 antennas with us. The new Goliath, the world's most powerful HDTV antenna, the ClearStream 4 antenna, and our indoor, if you can see it, Eclipse Duo. We're going to try to find out how many channels can we get in every city. We don't know the answer, so we're kind of excited to find out. So wish us luck. We're here in beautiful downtown Hannibal, Missouri, in front of Mark Twain's boyhood home. What we're going to do is we're going to do a channel scan to see how many channels we can get. Now, the transmitting towers actually are not in Hannibal, Missouri, but are in Quincy, Illinois, about 20 miles that way, right across the Mississippi River. We're going to be doing a channel scan right here in downtown Hannibal, Missouri, about 20 miles from the transmitting towers in Quincy, Illinois, and Hannibal share the same towers. So I'm excited to find out how many channels we can get. And we've put 3 different antennas on a fiberglass mast on our car. And we're going to do a channel scan and see which antenna gets how many channels. Using the Antenna Point app, we're going to do an auto scan. So I use the Antenna Point app to let me know where the aiming vectors are and my distance from the transmitting towers. So if you don't have the Antenna Point app, download it. There's no charge, and it'll give you the aiming vectors as well as the distance from the transmitting towers. So let's see how far we are. And we are 20 miles from the transmitting towers here in downtown Hannibal, Missouri. Well, there you have it. We found 38 channels 20 miles away from the transmitting towers in Quincy, Illinois. So if you can see that, there are 38 channels using the Goliath antenna, and that's this guy up here. Now we're going to try this again with the ClearStream 4. So the ClearStream 4 is a very high gain antenna, a little bit lower on the mast and slightly lower gain, but quite a bit smaller. As you can tell, a lot smaller than the Goliath. Holy cow, 38 channels, 20 miles away, exactly the same amount of channels that the Goliath found. Pretty impressive for an antenna that's, I don't know, a quarter of the size. Okay, now this time we're using ClearStream Eclipse. Now, I don't have as much faith in this one because it's an indoor antenna and it doesn't have a reflector. So we're gonna see how well this does. This one has a lot lower gain. It's a lot smaller. It's not even 1.5 millimeters thick. And holy cow, look how many channels we've got so far with it. Look at that, 38 channels with an indoor antenna. Wow, that was surprising. We did 3 channel scans with 3 completely different types of antennas. A extremely long-range Yagi, the most powerful television antenna on the planet. A ClearStream 4, which is a dual tapered loop design, actually 4 tapered loops, and then the Eclipse Duo, which is an indoor antenna based on the same tapered loop technology. I was expecting radically different results because we are 20 miles away from the transmitting towers, but all 3 antennas at the same distance each got 38 channels in beautiful downtown Hannibal, Missouri. So I'm Richard Schneider with Antennas Direct, and I'm very pleased at the results of all 3 of these antennas. Okay, Richard Schneider here again. We are back in the Antennas Direct World Headquarters, and we went to Hannibal, Missouri. So we took a road trip from our headquarters here in St. Louis up to Hannibal, Missouri, right on the Mississippi River, home to Mark Twain and Tom Sawyer. And we did a channel scan, and in Hannibal, in the Hannibal market, the channels, the TV stations are actually across the Mississippi in Quincy, Illinois, roughly 18 to 25 miles away. So not a huge stretch, but we did a channel scan in downtown Hannibal, right on the main street. And we were able to get 38 channels. We tested 3 antennas. We tested the Goliath, which is the big one. We tested the ClearStream 4, which is this one. And we tested the Eclipse Duo, which is an indoor antenna. And surprisingly, we got the same results with all 4 antennas. So people say, well, Richard, why would I need to buy a more expensive antenna if a less expensive, a smaller indoor antenna will give me just as many channels? And the answer is you don't need to buy a more expensive antenna. With digital, either you get it or you don't. There's no degrees of resolution with a higher gain antenna. So the only advantage to a higher gain antenna in a place like Hannibal is if you're trying for an out-of-market broadcaster. So in that case, you need more than just gain. You're going to need elevation too. And so being down on the main street near the river probably isn't going to give you enough elevation. But there is some stations here in north central Illinois that might have been possible with the Goliath had we been able to get it, maybe 60 feet above the surrounding terrain, 70 feet up higher. We could have gotten maybe additional range. But actually 38 channels isn't bad. And again, you can just hang an antenna in your window and it's pretty simple. So I'm really happy. And again, the point of this exercise is to show that you can get a lot of digital channels in even tiny markets. And Hannibal is the 175th largest television market out of 210 in the United States. So I hope this exercise is helping to illustrate that even in a tiny town, 38 channels is quite a lot. And you don't need to make a very large investment or build a tower in a rural town to get digital television. So, Richard Schneider with Antennas Direct, and our next city is going to be Kirksville, Missouri, the 200th largest television market. So, wish us luck.